Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is finished pages. Now it's going to be March and April. Yeah, March and April, which I've never actually done before. I've never done 2 months worth, but because I was in hospital for a solid week and then back to the hospital every day, all day for 2 weeks after that, so like 3 weeks solid, I wasn't here basically. So I haven't done as much as I would have hoped, but I think I've caught up last month, even though I still had quite a bit on. Now I will say that it is a bank holiday weekend, so I've got everybody home, and my son's at work. My son, why have I got Lewis on my mind? My husband is currently watching apparently a very important game of football. I don't follow football, so it's news to me. So if you hear any shouting in the background, he is downstairs watching that. He's watching Man City. Anyway, so I'll start off with a Hannah Calzon. Now this is a mixture of some of her other books. Now this was like last month, so I really do have to try and remember what I've done. I did colour this and it's not finished. I've just based it with Albert Dürer watercolour pencils, but I did this one. Now I think I did a tutorial last month on this, on the background, and showed you how I put all of that sparkle all over. I've raved about this sparkly metallic watercolour for probably years at this point now. It's the Renaissance. Let me just get it out, it's easier to show you. Wrong drawer. Now it didn't come in this palette, I'll just keep it in this palette. It came separate, this way around. This way around, so it's this colour here. And I've already got a backup of it because I've used half of this one. But this one is called Liquid Chrome. And she does sell these individually. I do actually need to find where I've put my individual one, because I've put it in one of my mini palettes just to keep it safe. And then now I can't remember where I put it. So it's not in that one. Let me just check this one. There it is. So that is the brand new one. And you can see how much I've used of this one. I absolutely adore this. It's my very favourite metallic watercolour. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful. So I'm happy I've got a nice backup ready to go. But yeah, all the colours in here are really nice, but it's just got to be my favourite. And that is the brand logo Renaissance colours. Absolutely stunning colour, yeah. So if I move the page, I'm working with really crappy lighting today, so I'm having to put my art room lights on, but you can see there, it's phenomenal. I know I don't use that word all that often. There's some glitter gel pen on there. I can see that I've used the Pentel Hybrid Duo, and it would have been the Artes, I think. But yeah, it's nice to get back to my roots sort of and do these sort of watercolour backgrounds every now and again. So yeah, that is a Hannah Calzon. I've got another Hannah Calzon one. I can't remember what the English name of this one is. Don't come for me, I can't remember. But oh, that's another nice watercolour one I did. Oh, pretty. I did this double page spread. Now, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I think I could have done better with that background. I really, really do think I could have done better with the background. It's watercolour all here, I do believe. And then I was trying to get the matching colours for the birds. And then with the background, I was using, it was this tiny little acrylic. It's a Sunus acrylic paint pen. Now on its own it's absolutely fine, but me being me, I got bored because it was taking me so long, so then I switched over to just matte black acrylic paint, which is the one that I love, which I'm running out of, is the Deco Art Americana Black, and it's a lamp black. That's the best black paint that I've ever found. But you can see the difference, like in real life, like where it's matte, that pen, and then it is still matte, but it's a different sort. And then I have put metallic watercolour over the top of it to try and disguise it. And again, that was the, I think that might have been the Renaissance again, or that might have been the cheaper AliExpress paints. Again, this was like 2 months ago now at this point that I did this one. And I think that is Inktense. The birds are all Inktense. Yeah, I mean, it's effective, don't get me wrong. But yeah, if I'd do that again, I wouldn't do a black background like that. I would have tried and thought about something a little bit more creative. But I do like how I did the birds, nonetheless. Anyway, we've got one from, I think there's one, yeah, from Clara Markova, Little Secrets from My Furry House. Now this is my favourite of her books. I found the page that I did. If I can get there, and it was this one. Again, I probably shouldn't have been colouring at the time when I was doing some of these pages because my head just wasn't in it, and I was just sort of doing it because I was bored, not doing it because I was really enjoying it. I'll be honest, because I did all this in the Faber-Castell Berduras, and then I stupidly went over the top with a thin layer of like a yellow watercolour, and it dulled down the beautiful pencils, the work, the hours that I'd already spent. So then at that point I was just like, I just want to get this page finished, I just want to get it done. And I was really annoyed with myself, and even like up here at the top, like trying to get a light effect, I just was lazy about it and didn't really think about what I was doing. It's yeah, it's not my best work. I need to remember, like, if I'm stressed and stuff, like really badly stressed and not feeling creative, don't pick up one of my really nice books. So I think I've learnt that now, because that's what that was what, when I was not really stressed out, that's what I achieve. And then yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with myself with that one. Anyway, so I purchased the Flowerscape off Book Depository. I went straight over there and ordered it along with the new Clara Markova book. Was it Clara Markova? No, it wasn't. Christine Karen. The Christine Karen book, when I knew that they was going, they were shutting down the shop, weren't they? Which I'm sad about. And I just got the new Inktense pencils, and I wanted to test out all the different colours. And I won't bring you in too close to this one because it's a mess. But I went out of the lines so many times, and it was the same thing as that book. I probably shouldn't have been colouring and using really nice art supplies. But you live and learn, don't you? You live and learn. I mean, it's alright, don't get me wrong. I do like this book. I don't like it as much as the other one. I do like the fact that it's got animals, but like these pages that have got this round it, I don't like that. I won't colour that. I'd have to go over that with something else just to cover it up. There's a lot of animals, like I said, which I do like. I don't like the border in that one. The one with the hanging flowers, which I just flipped past. Which one is it? That one. That one's quite neat. I do like myself some houseplants. Yeah, it feels a little bit like wallpaper pages. I mean, some of them aren't. That's really nice. That one's really nice apart from the border. But yeah, I do prefer the other book over this one, unfortunately. Now, Alien Worlds. I think I've already spoke about my feelings on this book. I still am going to colour in it because it is Kirbys' last book apparently. And I have got 2 copies of it, so I do plan on doing mixed media in one and pencil in the other. That's how I tend to treat my Kirby books. Now, this one I did actually film from start to finish. I did film. I'm going to keep a tag in that one. Did film that, so that is up on my channel if you are interested in seeing how I created this. That shiny black that you can see, that's really cool. The amount of these pens that I have gone through is unreal. I'm probably not going to be able to find it now, am I? Where is it? It's the glaze, secured glaze. Oh, there it is. And that's my fresh one. Is that my brand new one? Yep. So that is the Sakura glaze in black, and I love this, absolutely love it. I must have gone through at least 10 of these pens. They don't last very long, but when I use them I really go to town and use a lot of the ink. So I'll probably use like a quarter of a pen up doing just this one page. And that metallic that you can see shining is that palette that I've just shown you, the Renaissance one, but I've mixed some of the colours together just to get different variations. So that's that one. And then I've got this one that I did just do in my own time. I don't like it. I don't like it. I based it in alcohol marker purely because I thought I've got 2 of his books, and some of these pages, like this double page spread, I never in a million years would do that anyway. So I just went ahead and just enjoyed myself and used alcohol markers. I was hoping that it really would pop off the page, this, and I don't mind what I did with this monster character, I don't mind that. And I mean, these cliffs are not too bad. I hate the background though, I absolutely hate the background, and I went for the shiny stuff again. And I used Prismacolor as well for over the black acrylic, you know, if it give it like a sort of smoky effect, like it's on fire. Yeah, not one of my best ones. I think I will share them two on Instagram though, because other people might like them more than me. So we've got some PDFs. I've got 4 PDFs to show you. So this one I did for Colour in Heaven, and this was a time-lapse video. It was the llamas for the 100th special. Really enjoyed doing that one. Really enjoyed doing that one with alcohol markers. This one again was for Colour in Heaven, and it was a mushroom tutorial, I think. And I really enjoyed actually colouring all the mushrooms. I just finished off the rest of the page. Put a bit of washi tape as well around the border. All alcohol markers. Christine Karen. Now I bought the PDF of, it was like a set of PDF, and then I'd bought this new book and realised all the new PDFs were already in there, so I'm sort of kicking myself. I am and I'm not, because it's always nice to have PDF versions of these illustrations, because I can print them out on my own paper or on watercolour paper. But I used that glaze pen again on this one. You can see it's shiner, and this is actually the, what's that paper called, Nina cardstock, and this is the thinner one, 147 GSM, and then the other one is 199 GSM. But the thinner one, I've found you've got one side that's really smooth. Now I don't know whether it's just this batch or what, and then one side that's a little bit more toothy, and I've never ever known that with any sort of paper before actually, and I use watercolour paper, so I've had a bit of an accident there. I've dropped some water on it. Yeah, but I like how she turned out. I think she's quite effective. And this is another Christine Karen one. Now I did film this at the very start of last month, and I've got to say that is probably my most favourite video that I've ever filmed. It was snowing on the day, so I filmed a bit of the snowing out of my bedroom window. I call it bedroom, my attic window. And I had my plants, my little house plants in the frame, and I had relaxing music, and I even like did different shots of the paint that I was using. I'm really proud of that video. I do occasionally sometimes go back and watch that myself. Should I say that about my own videos? I really do like the video that I did for this one. And this is printed out on a watercolour paper, and you can see on the other side, printed it out wrong and chopped off her head. So I just used the same paper because I don't want to waste it, and did it again. But that's the PDFs for the last 2 months. Got 2 books. I'll show you the Jasmine Beckett Griffith one first. Now, did I film a portion of this? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I mean, it wasn't even that long ago, whatever. Yeah, I filmed a portion of this, or it might have been 2. Did I do it from start to finish? I think I did. I'm sure I did. Yeah, because it's alcohol marker, watercolour. Yes, I did. So I will link the videos I'm talking about up here, because there's 2 parts. So if you're interested to see how I created like this watercolour, water lake effect, even like this is meant to be like grass and greenery going into the lake, and then this is meant to be like clouds. I really enjoyed this one, and look at the shiny watercolour on the wings, and that shiny watercolour again is the Renaissance one, but this one was from the Countdown to Christmas. This wasn't last Christmas, it was the Christmas before. So they're really nice paints as well. I think that's the most used one. It's that white colour one. Second row down. Second in on the right. Really nice. I haven't bought from her in a long time actually. Oh, my mum's trying to FaceTime me. Like, Mum, I'm recording. I'll show her that at some point. Or shall I answer it? Shall I answer it? No, either. I'll give her a ring back in a bit. Yeah, so I really enjoyed doing that one. That's Jasmine back at Griffith Mermaids. And then the very last book I want to share with you is Wildflower Folk. Folk. This is up there with one of my favourite books. The quality of the paper is the same as the Jasmine Beckett Griffith one. Like, even if I take this off. Oh, I've just noticed though, it's the same size and format, but this has got half a sleeve. Yeah, that one's got the full. I've only just noticed that. Well, it's nearly full, I suppose. And I've done, I think, 2 in here. Oh, I've only done 1. I'm sure I did 2. Or did I start another one? Oh, I've not put a tag in it. Right. So this is the one that I finished last night. I was colouring this on a colouring chart. And bear with me, because I'm going to get the page that I first did for this one. I had to ring my mum back very quickly then. 2 peas in a pod, me, that woman. She rung me up and says, have you watched this on Netflix? It's a true crime thing. I said, yes, Mum, I watched that weeks ago. And then I said, have you watched this and this and this? Anyway, so yeah, I have previously done this, and it's in one of the very first copies of Colouring Heaven that I got. Let me just find the page. See, some of the very early ones, that was me testing out alcohol markers, like trying to do blends. Where is it? There it is. Let me just quickly show you a few more in here. Yeah, not too bad for a start off one. Yeah, but this is the original one that I did. I'd be lying if I said everything that I remembered that I used on this page, because it's such a long time ago. It's like 4 years ago at this point. And then this is my most recent one. Now, it does help that the paper is nicer in this book. It's not watercolour paper by any means, but because it is nicer paper, I've managed to do just a really simple watercolour background with 2 colours. It was Daniel Smith Moon Glow. And then I can't remember the purple shade. It was a Winsor & Newton one. It was like a purpley pink. And I just popped the colours down, added extra water and let it do its thing. And then it just created that nice effect, because I didn't want to add the trees and the plants and everything back in. But I love colouring pages that I've already coloured from years ago, just to see the difference on how I've come on over the years. But that gold pen that you can see going around the edge, I will just mention, is another acrylic paint pen. It needs a good mix, that one. And it's just in gold. And then I've used Faber-Castell Arbrit Duras, polychromos for the hair, and like I said, the watercolour background. And I think that's really about it on this page. And a little bit of Pentel for earrings. Yeah, and I love how it turned out. I was a bit funny about this skin at first, but I went in after that video and added a little bit more green, just to give her a little bit more of a green tinge, because I wanted to try and not emulate, but sort of make it similar, but not as green as the original that I did, because that is really, really green. I think that's oil pastel on the top, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that's the difference of more or less doing art every single day for like 4 years. That's the difference that I'm at the moment anyway, and hopefully in a couple of years I'll be even better. Yep, but that's all the pages and books that I want to share for this month and last month. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more of a productive month next month, because technically, what are we today? We're the 30th, and I'm working on an absolutely huge mystery diamond painting that's taking me forever and ever, but I'm enjoying every second of it, and I'm just taking my time with it. I will share that at some point, maybe when I get to the halfway point, because I'm not even at the quarter way point, but I can see, oh, there's a fish there, there's an eel there. What did I find the other night? Oh, there was a turtle that started coming out. So I'm really enjoying that. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments which was your favourite this month. I think, even though it's not my favourite piece of art, it's purely because I made that video and I really enjoyed the video, this is probably my favourite. Although I still do love the Christine Cameron, and I just realised as well I've not even spoke about this one. I'm going off on a complete tantrum, so this is the one that I shared on Instagram. And I love how this one turned out as well. I think she's absolutely adorable. Adorable. I use Distress ink as well for the background. If you've watched my channel for any time at all, you'll notice that I'll go through phases of using Distress ink for weeks and weeks, or watercolour or anything. But eventually I come back to them. We've got some metallic watercolour as well. I love how the hair, the skin, everything. I love the colour choices that I made on this one. So which was your favourite? I think I prefer that one actually over this one. The skin's just absolutely beautiful. Really enjoyed doing that. Anyway, so I'm going to end the video here. Here's to a better month next month. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!